Hello, hello, and welcome to Office Hours episode number 166. My name is Tonya. I'm your host, and I'm here with our member Ritesh and his team member Sushitra and my Juan, my best friend Juan. Hi, Juan.
Hey, how are you?
Friend. So we're going to get started in just a moment here, but if this is your first time tuning into a Pro NoCoders office hours session, I want to tell you a little bit about what it is. We do this every day of the week, Monday through Friday, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 a.m. Pacific time, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And today is our inaugural session at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time on Mondays. So we invite our members onto our Zoom calls, we broadcast them live, and then they can ask us any bubble question they want, and we do our best to answer those questions. We can't always answer questions because we don't know everything, but we do our best and we get it right a lot of the time. So if you'd like to join us at Pro NoCoders office hours, please go sign up at pronocoders.com. It's $99 per month. Then you can come to any and all of our office hours sessions for just that one low price. We're going to kick it off. Ritesh, do you have some questions for us this evening?
Yeah.
All right, well, you can feel free to start sharing. I don't have to stop sharing for you to be able to share, so you can just take over the screen when you're ready.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah. Can you see my screen?
We can.
Yeah.
Okay. So the question is, we have added the this thing where we can navigate to different pages. Yeah, pagination.
Mm-hmm.
And what's happening is, if I go to the last set of records, okay, this isn't moving along with the table. I thought it's pretty easy. Sorry.
Can you say it again? It is not moving.
Yeah. I mean, I want this to go above so that it's very near to
above.
the table.
Scroll to the top again.
Yes.
Okay, sure. You can have an action that is called scroll to. And
no. I meant this.
I think you mean you want those numbers to move up when it's shorter.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Got it.
I've done this collapse when hidden.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if that's not working on this table, or how. I mean, I'm not sure why it's not working.
I wonder if you put. Well, Juan, do you have any ideas?
Not because I didn't understand the problem. Sorry.
Oh, the problem is
what is happening?
The numbers are too far down because this page is shorter than the other pages. He wants to move the numbers
blank
up.
Space. Blank space.
Exactly.
Okay, but that will be only in the last row, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the last page.
Yeah. So every other page will have 10 records. So it's good there. But when we go to the last row, or if we just have less than 10 records. Okay.
So my first inclination is to actually put, and I don't even know if this is possible or if it would work, but to put the pagination inside the last cell.
But
it won't work.
And if it have too many records, maybe it will make it slow.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Maybe if you set the pagination to the top, like above the labels, this can be an idea.
I thought about it, but the client is not happy about it.
Okay.
He wants it to be at the bottom.
Above. Okay. And maybe another workaround for this can be have. Maybe it is not the cleanest one, but you can have a copy of that repeating group but with only like showing, I don't know, the half of the results, like five only or whatever. But give me a second. Can you show me the repeating group in the element, please?
All right.
Because in the past, I remember that I did like dynamically show the amount of sales, but I'm not sure it was this case rows. So it is showing 10, right? Can you set 1 second in the layout style of the repeating group? Can you click on the repeating group, please? Yeah, layout style. Can you? I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember. If you click extended vertical scrolling rows,
external vertical scrolling, this one.
It allows you to add a dynamic rows number. No. Okay, I thought that I did it with items until.
Yeah, I tried that as well. It didn't work.
This is a tricky one. I'm not sure with the new responsive engine this can be easier. But don't do it in this page because you cannot revert it back. So you will need to create a new one. And before sorry, can you revert the changes that we did, because we changed it. Let me think.
But I mean, is there a reason why this does not shrink or collapse when we do it on a repeating group?
I think it is because the repeating group itself has their own height, right? So can you go to your page again, into view 360 sales, the next tab, the other one? Yeah, and click in the below at the bottom right, show responsive boxes. Near to your clock, there is a gray label, show responsive boxes. Can you click this text, please? No, left to it, there. It will show you the boxes. Can you scroll down and it will show you, but maybe we need to display first the repeating group. Can you click again there? Oh, it will ask you a lot of okays. Maybe you will need to refresh the page. Oh, it's faster too, because it will begin explaining you for every element what is happening. Yeah. Sometimes Bubble takes its time when it is debugging.
I read it somewhere that if we remove this debug equal to true, it slightly becomes faster. Is that true?
Sometimes, but you will not have the button that we need to display that.
Okay.
No, I think it will be the parameter and the book mode true.
Let me do it this way then.
I will send it in the chat. I sent it in the chat, so you can paste it from there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I go to this one.
And then click.
And then click on this one.
Yeah, so Okay, can you click again that button and can you go to the last page of your repeating group and then click again that?
So actually,
Okay, so
I've done it for the groups within the repeating group, and also I've added this repeating group within a group where I've also added collapse. That
I think
still
that will
doesn't
be.
work.
I think that, I mean, I mean, in my case, I will add another repeating group just with the half of the height, but display it only if it is the last page and it is less than 10 records, for example, if it is your default, so you can have it.
But okay, so you make it as full list of records or something like that, not fixed number of cells.
For
right?
the last one, yeah, for the last one, yes. Because if not, it will display, for example, if it is 8, you will miss three of them.
Got it. But I mean, I was having one more thought. I'm not sure if that's doable or if that seems good. What I was thinking is this group, whatever I've added. Oh, the stats. Okay. So this group that I've added here, okay, I was thinking if I can add that into floating group, which is which shows at the bottom and which will always be on top, so that even if this is just 5 records, they can still see that pagination options.
But I mean, if you have 10 records, how it will be below the 10 record?
It'll not be. It'll not be below. It'll always be at the bottom, just like what we can see here.
Okay. Oh yes, you can do it for sure. Do you want to do it?
Yeah, I thought that would be a better option, because the client doesn't want it on the top. Okay, and there are a lot of pages or a lot of places where we are using this option. Okay, there are a lot of tables in different groups where we'll have to do this. So if we can add it in a floating group, then that could probably solve the problem.
Okay. So one important thing to keep in mind will be, this will be for mobile too, or only desktop?
As of now, we have done it only for desktop. But what would be the problem if we make it responsive and give it for mobile?
Just maybe not the problem, but maybe to have it in mind to, for example, with your left menu bar, because this should hide, things like that, and leave some margins in the sides for the last and first item. I was thinking in that kind of scenarios. So yeah, give me 1 second, because I'm trying to find when I did that. No, he was not. I think let me maybe, do you have another question, and I will research on my own so I can give you a better answer.
Sure, no problem.
And you can and you can save time and ask more questions, and yeah.
Sure, no problem. So now recently Bubble has come up with the new responsive engine. Okay. We are yet to learn that in detail, but is there a way, or is there some tips and tricks that we can use to convert the existing pages with the new responsive engine? Because I see that with new responsive engine, like as soon as you click it, the elements go all across the page.
So my recommendation so far is not to convert pages to the new responsive, but to rebuild them in the new responsive. And there's a lot of advantage to the new responsive, but their conversion is not very clean from the old to the new. And you end up to clone the page, and it's not easy to revert it back or whatever. So I would stay away from converting pages to the new responsive and instead rebuild them, which I know is quite a task. However, once you do play around with the new responsive editor, it's so much faster to build in it because you're not having to create crazy groups in order to get things to look right on the page. So, yeah. We do, I don't know if you know this, but we do have quite a lot of content on the new responsive editor already.
One more question on the same lines.
Sure.
This project, it's almost halfway through. Okay. There are a lot of additional things that we are going to add to this project. However, we have completed the most of the basic things that we needed in this project. Do you think that it's better to convert this into the new responsive engine, or keep it this way and move further?
So, I mean, the beautiful thing about the new responsive editor is that you don't have to convert every page. So I would say any new pages that you are adding to the app, then build it in the responsive. Anytime you're doing any kind of major work or changes or additions to a page on the app, then rebuild that page in the responsive engine going forward.
Totally agree.
I think that's the best way out.
Yeah, because I mean, they're not stopping supporting the old engine yet, right? So we're in this wonderful in between with the beta even. So I think there's not a reason to go back and redo whole apps unless you haven't launched yet, but in this case, they've already, like, nobody knew when Bubble was going to release the beta. We were waiting on it for ever since I started bubbling. And I heard people say, oh, they said that they're going to release it this month, but I don't think it's actually going to happen because they said that in June. So so like there's not really any fault that falls on us as builders, because we honestly we had no idea
about it. And I hope very soon they will come up with some plugin or something which converts the old responsive engine to the new one.
So something that's interesting that is working well is if you can use the new responsive editor in a reusable, and it will work on the page, right? Isn't that right, Juan? I think that's what Eli said. So that seems to be working okay. So like if you wanted to put something new on the page and you wanted to use the new responsive editor, you can put it in a reusable, put it on the page, and it will work.
Okay. That's a good point.
It's a really good trick.
Okay, cool.
What else can we help with?
Meanwhile, I am creating the repeating group here in a separate page. Because I keep thinking on the floating group, and maybe if you have, I don't know, more content below it, maybe like in another pages, or the client then needs something below it, or a chart or whatever. You will have a bigger problem there to update all of them.
Okay, maybe while you can think over it, my next question would be, okay, so when I go to sales, okay, it's the same table that we are showing in different okay, I'll just go to the live version of this.
Oh, Bubble, you're no faster tonight than you were this morning.
The slowest thing on Bubble is the plugin page.
Oh yeah, when you're
Hands
searching for the
down,
plugin.
no contest. That was one of the first things I noticed about Bubble when I started building was that plugin page. I was like, oh my God, this is awful.
Okay, so this table, okay, the sales table, we are going to show the same table on almost all of this. Okay, like different people have different accesses, and we are showing almost the same table with slightly different what is that called, conditions or slightly different operations that each one of them have to do with the sales. Okay, so initially we had grouped them differently. Okay,
the users or the objects or the buttons?
The elements, like for each type of users, like economy, production, sales, and management, we had a different main group. Okay, and then we let me just show. So we have group master, which is the master group within this page, right? And within group master, we have economy main, production main, management main, and sales main. We did this because initially what that informed us is every person will have one of these, and they should be able to see only that, nothing else.
Okay.
Okay, so we had this different groups, and what we did is based on which access they have, we just show that particular group, and the rest everything is hidden.
Fine. Yes, perfect.
Okay.
And the conditional is following what? Sorry, can you show me? This is an option set, or how you handle that in the conditional there?
Yeah, it's a what's this
page
called?
View is economy.
Index page view is economy. Okay, and when we are loading the page, we are seeing who's the current user and checking what is their access level, and we are setting this page view.
Okay.
Okay, and now they say that there might be few people who have multiple access levels. Yeah, and that's why temporarily I've added these buttons, which will basically be changed with something else, but similar fashion. But the question is, this table, the sales table, okay, it's almost on all the pages. For example, if I go to management, we have the sales table. If we go to the sales, and if we go to the my sales, then we have this table. If we go to the production, we have this table. If we go to economy, we have table. But different table has different filters. Okay, for example, if we go to sales and my sales, it's just my sales, right? If we go to the management and sales, it's all the sales, with them having option to filter the salesperson. Okay. Right now we have created 4 different tables for the sales for 4 different main groups. But whenever there is change, we have to do it in all the tables. Like if it's common, then we have to do it on all the tables. So is it a good practice to have the same table if it's repeated on multiple things, and then add a filter based on from where we are using the table, or it's better to do it this way? What is a best practice?
Okay, I think it will depend. But in what? How much it will change? For example, if it will not change too much, for example, only the drop down like salesperson and search for a record, for me will be mostly the same. So I will have a reusable and have only one table, and this reusable element can contain in a group, like for example the drop down and the search bar, only visible, for example, for the manager, right? And otherwise it will not be visible, so people will not be able to search by that criteria. And the drop down, I will set it by default, for example, to the current user, right? So if you are like, if you only can view your own sales, the default value will be your own sales, right? And will be filtered by that. And if not, if it is a manager, can filter by the other criteria, right? But in top of that, I will add privacy rules to prevent to be viewed that data, right? Because maybe persons with some knowledge can go to your to your console and see all the results, right?
Right.
So I will add some privacy rules there. So maybe it will be worth if you create some roles in your app, maybe how you handle that. You can create an option set for them. And you can, how you handle that, for example, how do you determine that this is economy or
we have added it in the user itself, where we say if economy is yes or no, management yes or no,
okay, so
sales yes
you
or
allow
no.
them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You can
because,
add the also in a slightly different way, for example, for the future, because maybe you already constructed as this and this can works too. But for example, if you go to option sets, 1 second, please. Yeah.
Right.
You can create one that is called role, for example, or permissions, for example, permissions.
Okay. Yeah.
And you can create a list of them. So permissions can be like, I don't know,
multiple or single.
Yeah. So you can have 10 or 1, and you can add them to the user. So a user can have a list of 1, a list of 10, or whatever. So if the user contains that permission, will be visible the group of the filters or the different sections in your app. Right? And with that, also, you can, with that field, for example, you can set your privacy rules. And even with the fields that you already have, like yes, no, you can set your privacy rules.
Right.
For example,
right.
Yeah, for example.
But my question there is, for example, now let's say salesperson. Okay. If you see, we have this search for records. Okay. And soon after this, we have this filters. Right. If we go to the management, we have this search for records. Okay. And then we have this drop down, and then we have this filters. So we can hide this using the conditions that you mentioned. But what about the space that gets shown here after this?
You will want to it move to the left?
Yes.
Okay, so this will not be possible with the previous
That would be a
engine,
good reason to move
but
over to the
but
responsive.
with the new one, you can do it. How you
And
can do
I,
it in the previous one? You can create two groups. So for
yeah.
example, you will have like the main group that contains all the filters. That will be for manager. And another one that will be like for a
Got it.
mix. So you will have only the search and the buttons move it to the left, right?
Got it.
That will be the second group. And no more groups because the other one will not be nothing, right? That will be the way you can handle in the previous one.
But with the new one, I think we can add it in a repeating group and then use it, not repeating group, sorry, and in the reusable element, and then we use it here, which will actually, which can be
do
used.
The trick.
Yeah.
And it will go to the left. So you can create a kind of how do you say that? No, you can create all the table or the element, including maybe the label all sales, for example. You can create this group, and you create it on the new responsive engine, and it will work, and it will stretch to the left.
Can we quickly try that now?
Sorry?
Can we quickly try that now?
Sorry, I don't understand you.
Can we try that now?
Okay. I'm not the best with the new response engine because I'm new on it with it, but
that's okay. I've been
try.
present for all of the new responsive engine stuff, so
okay.
Maybe it's stuck. So do you want me to do this in a sandbox and show you how it would be done?
Yep.
Okay.
No problem.
All right. So I will go. No, wrong one.
You will be sharing your screen now, or?
Yep, I will share my screen. Hang on just
Okay.
a second. I just gotta make sure I'm showing the right one. So many tabs. Okay. So I'm showing you how the collapsing to the left works. So what I'm doing? Okay. So I'll add a new page. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and convert. Okay, so the first thing I have to do in the new responsive engine is I have to specify a layout of the page, which is the first container.
Right.
And for this one, I want to go with, let's do a row. Let's do a row because we're going to divide things across. So then I'm going to come in and container alignment, we'll just go with center. So then I'm going to come in with a group. Draw the group on the page. It's going to put it in the center. It did that because I put this layout to be the center. So if I want container alignment to the left, I would do that. And now it's on the left. So now if I want this one, I can copy and paste, and it puts it right next to it, right? But the good thing is, so these are both fixed now, but I want to put these as columns. So for this one, so we can see it better, I'm just going to remove this style and add a flat color background to green. And for this one, I'll do something similar. But I'll make it blue.
Okay.
Okay, so now for this layout here, I want to collapse it when it's hidden. So I'm just going to put an action on here. To hide it when I click on it. So now you see my two groups. It's a line to the left because that's what I told it to do from this main page here. I set in the layout to align to the left. So I'm going to click this.
It moves. Okay.
And it moves over. Yep.
Can you go there and align it to the center? I just want to see.
Sure.
Like, and maybe Tonya, we can add a third group. So can be the example like
space around
the search. Yeah. So we can have like the example with each input, for example, because he will hide like the one of the middle, right?
Yep. So there's a few layouts here. We can align to the left, we can align to center or to the right, or we can evenly have the space around or even space between. So I'll go with the even space between like this.
Yeah.
And then I'll click preview. And then you can see I have a large screen. So I do this and that one moved over to the left. So we can play around with it until we get
the other
exactly,
one. This one.
And with the new responsive engine, we can also give the spacing for each elements across it. So yeah, we can play around it.
Yep, exactly. So if I do the center,
comes together, I believe.
Like that.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
It's fun only when the client is not behind us.
Oh yes, when the client, when you don't have a client who's like, don't take too long, I want this now. But you won't have that going forward, because going forward, I'm assuming you'll probably start your projects in the new responsive engine to start.
Right. Cool. This is nice. I think we are lucky enough today that only we are there, so we could ask.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah. Okay, so I had one more question. We have come up with a platform where users can create their digital visiting cards. So the question is, the platform should allow the users who have the link, okay, to be able to see all the details that they want to show. Should I share my screen and explain it?
Sure.
Probably, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, let me share my screen. I probably have to yep, let me check if I have to. Yep. Slash delete cards. Okay. Okay. So, why is it showing this one? It's not logged in.
Hey, I think I find a workaround for that. Not for this because you haven't explained it, but
I was like, you're
but for the
psychic,
repeating
Frederick.
group. But be careful. We will to don't display. I mean, more than 10 rows or whatever, because it's using up.
Yep.
Yeah, just let tell us what you need, and I will tell you this. After.
Okay. So the question is. I don't know why this is not opening. Okay, the question being, this is a digital visiting card where users can add their details, okay, and show it to the client's audience to whom they are sharing their link. Okay, so we can't keep all the data as private because we don't want to we don't want the audience to be logging in to see the details. This is like a digital visiting card, right? So what should be the privacy rules like?
I would store any information that would be shared in a public manner that way in a separate data type from the user.
That will be public.
Yeah, so I would create, like, have your user data type fully protected, and then have a user profile or some other data type where their public information that they're going to be sharing with a link like that would be able to be seen by people who are not logged in.
You can name it like profile or public profile or whatever.
Okay, so I think we are close to that. Okay, the user is a different data type, and we have something called as cards, okay, where we are having all the details, right? And user is linked with cards, list of cards.
The only
and all of the card is public, or some fields?
No, the card has privacy rules. So
I mean, we have added the privacy rules, but I think it's right now.
Okay, you can
public.
set, for example, for everyone, only some of them, for example.
Card contains this card, current user's card contains this card. Oh yeah, what we have done is basically allow the user to see and modify all the details, while everyone else are able to see the details of the card.
So now, if you wanted to use, go ahead, Juan.
There you have most of them public, right? Except the card name and created by. You need to expose all of them, or only the URL, the calendar link?
No, all of them. Basically, this is like your visiting card, right? Physical visiting card, where only difference being this is digital, so you can add your social media profiles, okay, your website, your services. I wish I could show you one of them. I don't know why this is not working.
No, I think I understand the point of it. The only thing I would say is, if you want to make it such that the user has to have, that it's only available on a specific URL, then you're going to have to bypass the login system. And I don't know if I can share the video that I have explaining how to do that, but I have a video that I can use to make another video to show you how to do that. So I can study up on that, because I can study up on it because I think it has some proprietary information in it. So it was in one of my projects. So let me go back and look at how it's done, and
Mhm,
study it,
mhm.
and then I can share that with you. So when they arrive at the link, they're logging in without logging in per se.
Okay, okay.
And then that will save it from being like somebody can just show up on the page and then, inspect the page and do kind of like hacky stuff.
Yeah, this is what I meant. So you have, I mean, we are supposed to show all the details. Okay, and when we flip it, we'll show the services and maybe payment information, something like that.
But let me ask, is that what you're after? Is you want to protect it by privacy rules unless the person has that exact link, or does it matter?
Yes, I mean, it should be visible only to people who have the link.
Right.
Okay, and person who are
Okay.
good at hacking or something like that. I mean, I don't want them to be able to see all the other details, other users' details.
The
Okay.
same user's details, but from the user like profile still?
For example, now this is one card. Let's assume that this is my card.
Mhm.
Okay, and I share the link of this to you. Okay. And I want you to be able to see only your details. There is nothing else that is saved in the database apart from the username and password, I believe. Which
Yeah,
hopefully,
I understand your point. Like
yeah,
only the record, you should be only allowed to view the record that
yeah,
you were sent by the
supposed to
link,
see, yeah,
but
right,
not
right,
other ones.
right,
Mhm.
Otherwise, you will need to have other links, right? But not expose the data.
yeah, right,
if
right,
it's an
right.
opening group or whatever.
Exactly,
Okay,
exactly.
so that kind of privacy rule, you can set it like, so give me a second. Okay, can you go to your privacy rules and create another one? Okay, so this is card. So can you create a new privacy rule, please? No, but there in card.
Okay.
Scroll down a little bit, please.
Yeah. Okay.
So you create, let's say, test, for example, or single record access.
Okay.
So there are, for example, this card. Click there, please. So this card, say, I don't know, something that will be always like yes, right? Only just to trigger it. For example, I don't know.
This card is this card.
Yeah, this card is this card. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Or maybe if you have a deleted field, for example, I normally use that. So when deleted is not yes or is no. So to prevent showing deleted ones and things like that. But so when this card is this card, basically is to trigger that action, right? So you will be able to view all fields or some of them, right?
Okay, okay.
For example, you can uncheck view all fields. Can you uncheck it?
Which one?
But in the above. There,
View all fields.
for
Okay.
example, uncheck it and allow the ones that you want to show. That will be most of them, right?
Yeah, yeah.
For let's say for this example, let's say view all fields, for example.
Right.
For example, but what the difference is that you will uncheck find these in searches.
Okay.
So this will allow to find this record and you will view the fields, but no like the search of all of them if you have like, I mean, to don't expose the other ones. So you share only access to one.
And then not that you should be exposing it via privacy rules anyway, but if you uncheck view all fields, one of them that I would leave unchecked would be the user. Created by an user.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 User.
So leave those two unchecked and then check probably
let's test it.
else.
Let's test it. Can you uncheck the public ones? Yeah. Or yes. let's first check these ones and then uncheck the public ones. And we can test it in an incognito tab.
Slug probably. Selected color. Calendar link, email, location, QR, selected SM, not required. Card name, not required. Facebook, yes. Payment, yes. Secondary email, yes. Selected theme, no. Website, yes. Modified date, no. Okay.
You
Card
don't want
name,
them
no?
to see the color and theme?
Color, I believe, will be shown, but I mean, do we have to show what color they have?
If you're referencing that on the page, then you would need to select
Okay.
those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for example, if the card will change the color based on that field,
Yeah.
you will
Okay.
need to display it.
Okay.
Because if not, the page will not load that data and will not display the color.
Got it.
And you may need to uncheck the public ones, because if the privacy rules works that you will be able to view like the most that you set up there. So if you add 10 privacy rules, but you have a public rule there, it will not work because
Okay.
it will be public.
Got it. And I think I'll have to go with. I'll have to go.
You can copy the link that you
this
have.
is the single record. This is the private record. Current user's card contains this card.
Yeah, so that will be like the owner can view all of the data too.
Yep. Okay. Fine.
And yeah, and in a new one, please, in an incognito. Yeah. And fingers crossed. The other one, what was showing, please? Can you show it to me?
This card is this card. Slug, should we be?
Maybe, yes, because the slug is the one that is pulling, you have a slug there. It is not a unique ID.
Okay.
But it is not working. And in the other one?
Created by, selected SM
No.
icon, created date, user,
No,
card name. Maybe not, but let's see.
Let's change this card is this card, maybe.
Okay.
Let's say, I don't know, another expression is, no, this card is, and can you show me the other elements? Or no, sorry, change the is, for example, please. Change it, something that will be always, user is not empty, for example.
It's not empty?
No, user, select user, for example, is not empty. No,
Current user?
No, this card.
Okay.
User.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, card's user.
Is not empty. So the card should belong to a user, right?
Yes.
Can you check it in this one? This is weird. On the public one, can you check 1 second, view all fields in the above and refresh the other ones? And refresh the incognito tab. Do you see? This is weird. Now it is public. Fine. Can you check find these in searches? and again, and go to the incognito.
Yeah. Okay. I think I got
but
it. I'm doing a search
this
for.
is exposed. Yeah, but this is exposed. Because you basically set it to public, right?
Right.
Can you go again to the other one? Yeah, and now uncheck the view all fields and find this in searches in the public one.
This way?
And find this in searches. And check the other one too. Please.
Which one?
View, sorry, above, below, scroll down, please. Find this in searches and check it because it is public. And let's change again the expression above.
Okay.
Discard users is not empty. Let's check another one. Discard up, because user, we are not exposing the user. So maybe this is why.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, let's say card name, maybe card name is not empty.
Name
is not empty because the user, if you see, is not exposed there.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe.
No.
Oh God.
The secret login. I'm telling you. The covert login method. That's what I'll call it. Coming to a vault near
I'm
you.
viewing the app here, the other app, and that was like working. I don't know. Can you 1 second click on view all fields, please? No, but above. No, they're not.
Yeah.
This one.
I think it still has to find it in a search.
I think maybe it is related to the unique ID, right? And this log. I'm not sure. Do you see?
I mean,
can you go to the database?
Friend, what I'm saying is because, I mean, when you're using the ID of something or the slug of something in the URL, it's still having to perform a database search to find it.
Okay. If you expose this log, can you scroll down, please? And then expose this log, only this log, please, below it.
Which one? What should I do?
This log.
The slug for everyone else. It's a slug.
Okay.
Then,
okay. Find
and then
search.
No. Yeah.
I think you have to, friend. I think he has to.
Yes?
I think he has to find it in searches because I think it's performing a database search.
Okay,
yeah, try it with the find this in searches. There you go. Nope, still didn't work.
Can you do something, please?
Yeah.
It's coming.
It's coming. But why not everything? Didn't we do everything?
There is everything. 1 second. Can you go to your database 1 second? And I want to view the unique ID of that record, please.
This particular record?
Sanu.
Okay. All cuts.
Maybe you can type Sanu.
Okay. Was that the one? Yep. Yeah.
Let's see the unique ID of it. Can you copy it? And can you go to the cards, please? To the page and replace Sanu per this ID. So weird. I will investigate it too. I keep note of that.
Okay.
We love puzzles. It must be why we're
Yeah,
drawn to
yeah.
bubble.
Right, right. I mean, sometimes it will be very simple, but
there may be something.
search for slug. Maybe the card name. No, we are searching by cards. We've all failed. Okay, was allowing. Find attached auto binding, modify slug. Let's see the full name. So let's show the full name now. In that case, why is it showing the icons?
Because the icons probably aren't related to the record. It's probably a reference for the record. Right? Like it's an option set or something.
Yeah, it's option set. No.
Yeah, the icons are part of an option set. So
Yeah, oh yeah,
option sets are public.
Public, okay. Interesting. What are other things that we are able to see here? This is
I think that video that I'll go and I'll study and I'll come back with some answers for you.
Sure.
Meanwhile, Juan will investigate and figure it out on how to do it his way.
Okay.
We'll race. We'll battle it out. It's like Eli and Justin are gonna have. I don't know if this is actually going to happen, but last week when Justin was working in the new responsive engine, he said it was taking 10 times as long as the old one. And Eli wants to race him. Say, want to bet? Awesome. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this office hours portion of office hours and move into the after hours. After hours is after the office hours over and it's members only. So we're going to go ahead and stop the live broadcast. But if you'd like to join us on office hours, please go sign up at ProNoCoders.com and become an office hours member. We would love to see you. We'd love to see your apps and what you're up to and help you get your bubble questions answered quickly. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll be back here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific time.